Happy New Year. Happy late Merry Christmas. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you didn't spend too much money. I know I didn't. I hope you guys have a happy New Year. I hope if you're out there drinking, you're not driving. And I hope if you're driving, you're not drinking. Don't do it, y'all. Don't do it. But what I want to talk about tonight is decluttering. I want to talk about decluttering your life. You want to declutter your home, and that means get all the clutter out of your house. It may be clothes, it may be extra cookware, extra dishes. You may have people living in your home who don't need to be in your home, and you got to declutter. Just declutter. Don't go into 2025 with a bunch of baggage. Don't go in 2025 dealing with people who don't care for you. Don't go in 2025 knowing that you need to declutter. Just declutter. Don't worry about it. It's a lot of people don't mean you no good. And those are the people who you need to declutter from your life. You don't want those people in your life. I promise you, you don't want those people in your life. Anybody who does not wish you well, because people don't want to see you thrive. A lot of people don't want to see you thrive. They only want to see bad things happen for you. They don't want to see good things happen for you. They want to see bad things happen for you. And they feel that the worse you're doing, the better it makes them feel. Because it's some people like, okay, say when you were back in high school or even junior high, but I'm going to say high school or college, and you were the popular person. And you hung around unpopular people because it made you feel better about yourself. You know, everybody, they see you, you know, you miss it, you miss thing, you miss whatever. And then you got your little dumpy frumpy friends and stuff, you know, who want to be in your inner circle, because by hanging around with the lesser appealing person, it made you, since you thought you were the most appealing person, it made you feel better about yourself. Get rid of her. Declutter. You want to declutter. You don't want to have all them kind of people. You want to be around those kind of people. If they don't mean you no good, you don't want to be around them. Declutter your life, declutter your social circle, declutter your social media. And I'm talking about declutter your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter account, your TikTok account, any kind of accounts, because I know it's other accounts out there that I don't know anything about, but just declutter them. When I made this tea, it was nice and hot. Now it's nice and cold, but I'm gonna drink it anyway. I don't care. Because I'm not a wasteful person. I try not to waste things. But we talking about decluttering. If you don't, like I said, if people don't mean you no good, just stay away from them. You ain't got to be around them. Even if you live in the same city, even if you live next door to them. If you live next door to somebody and you know they don't mean you no good and they only talking about you and wishing bad things to happen to you and wishing bad juju on you, you don't want nobody wishing you no bad juju. Get rid of them. Get them out your life. You ain't got to, just because y'all neighbors, you ain't got to be neighborly. You ain't got to speak to them ever again in life. Even if they're a family member. If you got a family member and that family member don't mean you no good, stay away from them. You might still love them. Now, just because you don't fool with them don't mean you don't love them. And if you still love them, you can love them, but you can love them from afar. You're not going to love them, be right up on them and love them because they don't mean you no good. And that's what you don't want. You don't want anybody in your circle that doesn't mean you any good. You don't want anybody in your circle that's talking about bad things they can do to you or bad things they can have done to you and stuff. You know, this is we in 2025, in another hour, just say another 10 minutes, because back on the East Coast, it's going to be 2025 in 10 more minutes. Okay. So you don't want anybody, like I said, who don't mean you no good to be a part of your inner circle, to be a part of your life, to be all up in your house and stuff, because people can get up in your house and you not even know it if they up in your house and they looking for anything they can to bring you down. Everybody does not want to see you happy. Everybody does not want to see you thrive. Everybody does not want to see you do good. Get those people out of your life. It's called declutterization. Declutter these people out of your life. You ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. I know I don't. And I'm not going to make time for it. I don't care. If I trusted you, if I really, really trusted you at one time, and then I find out later that you don't mean me no good, and only thing you looking for is to hurt me or to see me hurt or something like that, whether you're looking to see me hurt mentally, physically, my body hurt, my head hurt, my teeth knocked out my mouth. We too grown for that. I didn't think people still did that kind of stuff. Now, this is 2024. We're getting ready to leave this in a few more minutes. It's 2024. We're going into 2025. I didn't think people still wished bad things on other people. I'm so serious when I tell you guys this. I didn't think that. I thought that was some mess that happened back in the 70s or 80s. I didn't know what was going on in the mid 2000s, the mid 20,000s and stuff. You know, I don't get it. I don't understand it. But if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. That's not how I feel, but I know how to get on board. I know how to get, I don't mean get on board. I know how to get off board. You know, people will stop talking to you. When people don't mean you no good, they stop talking to you. When people owe you money, they stop talking to you. Why would you stop talking to me just because you owe me money? I have loaned people money. And I have two people in particular. I have loaned money. And do you know these people stopped talking to me after I loaned them money? Why would you think they would stop talking to you? They stopped talking to you because they know they owe you this money. They know they don't mean you no good. And they know they don't want to pay you back this money. They don't feel like they should have to pay you back this money. But see, they call themselves hurting you by not giving you back the money. But they're not hurting nobody but themselves. And the reason I say this is because when you do something out the goodness of your heart for somebody in good faith, both these people, I did this for them in good faith. And then they chose, for whatever reason, they didn't want to pay me back the money, but they running up to Cash Creek. They giving big fabulous dinners. They giving big fabulous parties. But they can't pay me my money back. You can't even pay me $25 a week or $25 a month back when you told me you would pay me $150 a month till you had it paid each month until you had it paid. And I said, okay, that sounds good. Now, see, I was going to give this person more money than what I gave them, but I said, don't do that because you're going to play yourself if you give them more money. Let's see how they do with this amount of money. And that's going to determine if you will ever loan them or anybody else any money. Well, excuse me, they couldn't handle the small amount of money, and that's fine. And they stopped talking to me because of the money. First, they were talking to me, and then it got less and less and less. I would text them, and then the reply text would be so dry. And I said, ooh, that sounds like they don't want me calling them. They don't want me texting them. I say, so I better stop texting them. I better stop calling them because I think I'm getting on their nerves. And I said, is it because they owe me money? You stop talking to me because you owe me money? I'm like, really? What do you do that at? If you loan me money and I owe you money, I'm not going to stop talking to you because I owe you money. I'm going to get you paid when I told you I was going to get you paid. because I don't play games. I'm too grown to play games. I don't play games like that. I owe you money. I'm going to pay you back your money, and I'm going to keep talking to you. If I miss a payment and I can't make that payment, I'm going to let you know why I can't make that payment, and I need a little bit more time. If you owe Macy's money, you pay them. If you owe JCPenney, Nordstrom, Amazon, Chase, you pay them. Why you can't pay me? But the only thing this did was teach me a lesson. It taught me a lesson. I don't loan money anymore. So these two people, they made it so nobody can ever, I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. They cannot come to me and ask me for money. They cannot come to me and ask me to loan them money because I'm not going to do it. I cannot afford to take care of your house and my house. Why do people think you don't need your money? They need your money, but you don't need your money. You got to declutter them people out your life. You know, just like they took your money, took advantage of you. You gotta get, I'm serious. You gotta get them people out your life. You can't have nobody coming up in your life, taking advantage of you, making it seem like, oh, I need this, I need that. I don't have this, I don't have that, but you're supposed to have it. I don't even have a job. These people work. I don't even have a job. Why you borrowing money from me? I should be coming to you for money, but I don't go to people for money because I will do without before I ask. At this stage of my life, I will do without before I ask anybody for a dime. I don't want nothing from nobody. I will definitely do without. And that's just me, and that's just how I do it. And if I do have to go to somebody, you better believe it's going to be somebody in my family. It's going to be somebody I'm very close to. It's going to be somebody that trusts me. See, because you can't trust everybody. Everybody is not trustworthy. All these so-called people that's in your, trying to be in your circle or whatever, they're not trustworthy. You can't trust them. Oh, because I'm going to pay you back. I'm going to pay you back. Well, go to the bank and pay them back. Go get that money from the bank and pay them back. Because you will never, ever get another thing from me. I said this in another video. I said, if it took 1 cent to keep a person in their house, especially who done messed over me, I mean, just only don't take 1 cent. And that's going to keep you from getting evicted. You out on the street. You're evicted. The landlord just decluttered his property because he got rid of you. Because you're not trustworthy. And I don't like trustworthy people. I don't care for trustworthy people. I don't want trustworthy people or untrustworthy. Not trustworthy. Excuse me, I said it wrong. I do not care for untrustworthy people in my life. And I'm talking about people who say they're going to do something and they don't do it. And then they feel like they've just used you to the moon and back. You're not hurting me. I learned the lesson. And sometimes you got to learn the hard way. And sometimes it's going to cost you. So for me, this is a bought lesson. This is a bought lesson because these people have no intentions on paying me back. And I know they have no intentions on paying me back. What can I do? Go out there and beat them up and make them pay me back. Call them up and get into an argument with them. You know, my old behind, get into an argument with them, get into a fight with them and make them pay me back. You can't make nobody pay you back. You could cuss them out. You could talk about them real bad. You could do it, this, that, and the other about them. If they don't want to pay you back, they not going to pay you back. Remember that. They are not going to pay you back if they don't want to pay you back. And what can you do? It's a bought lesson. I don't have no more bought lessons because I'm not loaning nobody. Hear me when I say this. I will never, ever loan anyone money again. You better go to the bank. You better go to your mama. You better go to your daddy, your brother, your sister, your whoever, but you cannot come to Chefrenee because Chefrenee don't loan money. The bank of Chefrenee is closed and it will remain closed. I will leave this earth and I will never, ever loan money again. Now, declutter your life, declutter your house, declutter people from your life who don't mean you no good. Get rid of them. Declutter them. Declutter your social media pages. Just declutter everything because they don't like you. So why are you trying to be friends with them? Why they need to see what you're doing on social media? Why you need to see what they doing on social media? You don't need to be all up in their social media. Just like they don't need to be all up in yours, and they not going to be up in mine because I don't put everything I do in my life, in my world, on social media. I'm good. Happy New Year. Happy Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. See you in 2025. I love you guys. Remember, if you're drinking, don't drive. And if you're driving, don't drink. Get your designated driver. Get your Uber driver. Get your Lyft driver. Because it's going to be busy out in them streets tonight. Okay. See you guys in the new year.